All right, James, we're just waiting for people to join here. We'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll get started.
Excellent. Sounds good. Just going to go over my notes one more time.
Reports and dashboards, right? We're doing dashboards today. Yes,
Dashboards today.
dashboards.
Yeah. Dashboards. We're just going to build a quick sales dashboard. Nothing too crazy. Just kind of keep it simple. Just show the process of getting into dashboards and building it and adding a few components. And then at the end, we'll see what it looks like. So
Are we
our
using
demo org.
What's we using reports that we built last week?
We won't be using one of the reports we built last week. We'll be using reports similar to that. I built these reports same exact way as we did last week, but I just built them for this dashboard so that it would look a little nicer.
Excellent. Well, we'll go ahead and put the link
same
here.
Process.
We'll put the link for the reports in the chat. It's up on our. Yeah. You can see that video up on our YouTube channel.
And then at the end of this one, we'll have another YouTube video covering what we did today.
Excellent. All right. So we got just a couple of more minutes here before we're supposed to kick off.
Cool.
I was thinking on the next one of these that we do, maybe we can show that asset management tool that you built inside of our org. That was pretty.
Certainly.
That was pretty powerful and pretty easy to build, I think.
Yeah, it just kind of I don't know. It's funny. It's just didn't really have to do much more than make a few fields or a few record types and add a navigation tab to our employee app, and I mean, we're able to use pretty much just out of the box functionality from Salesforce to make this asset tracking tool. And then we can use reports to report on where the assets are and how much the assets cost, who has what, and it's pretty cool. And then you could even create a dashboard off of those reports if you wanted to.
Wait, say it isn't so.
Tie it back again.
That's perfect. We didn't even plan that out. So
all comes back around.
It's just another example though of how simple Salesforce can be very powerful. It doesn't have to be complex Salesforce to be useful. And I think you ginned that up in probably about an hour and a half. And now we're able to track all the assets that are deployed across all of our employees who are all remote, and to keep track of how much that we have in inventory. So. All right, seems like 3 more minutes here, right?
Yeah, about 2 or 3 more minutes here.
So
let's see.
And then, of course, the time and attendance app that we're putting up on the App Exchange, that has to be that's worth mentioning. That's our first app to be released on the App Exchange. So that'll be forthcoming in hopefully the next couple of weeks if Salesforce approves the security.
If they approve the security review, I imagine they will. It's all built on their platform.
So. Right. So we're waiting for that, but that'll be pretty good. And again, it's an example of using the basic functionality of Salesforce in a very powerful way to track time and attendance without having to go out and buy another application.
It seems like it always comes back to the simple things. Keeping things simple is honestly in Salesforce is like, it's so powerful right out of the box that you can keep things simple and do almost everything that your business might need. Because it's simple, scalable, won't break as much.
Indeed. And I like how they've got the essentials as well. I mean, that makes it easy for small businesses to hop in and begin using some of these tools that would classically be viewed as a large enterprise only, or a much more advanced business. Using the essentials, you can hop in as a small business and begin leveraging the value. So
yeah.
All right, James. Well, it looks like we're getting ready to strike. What is it? It's 4:30 on the East Coast. What 1:30 on the in Arizona? It's hard to keep track these days, huh?
Especially Arizona doesn't change its time. So
Oh my, who would have guessed? All right, well, sir, without further ado, we're going to jump right in here. So, thank you for everybody who's tuned in, who's watching our live stream today. I appreciate you listening to the banter beforehand. You've got myself, Joshua here of Dynamic Specialist Group, as well as James, and we're here to show you some of the basic functionality of Salesforce and just walk through the simple things. Last week, we covered how to create a report in Salesforce. And so the next logical step here is how to use that report to create a dashboard. And so James has been kind enough to draft up a quick demo for us so that those of you who are working in Salesforce daily, the end users, could see how you might leverage the basic tools in Salesforce to make your life easier. So James, without further ado, go ahead and take it away, bud.
all right, yeah, thanks. So yeah, like Josh said, dashboards are the next logical step from reports, because a dashboard really is just a place to compile a bunch of reports, or I mean, you can even pull a bunch of dashboard components off of one report. It's pretty cool, and kind of puts it all in one spot. So all you have to do is, if you want to see today, like today, we're going to build a basic sales dashboard to give us a highlight of our of how our sales are doing. So if you wanted to see, yeah, how your sales are doing, you just click on this dashboard, and it you don't have to dig through loads of data to get the overview. That's what the dashboard's beautiful, really good for. So I'm going to get into it here. So we're back at our homepage, as we like to start at. To get to dashboards, you come down to the dashboards tab, click on dashboards. And I have a few in here because I downloaded a dashboards pack from Salesforce on their App Exchange, which is pretty cool. If you're already using Salesforce, you don't have the time to build a lot of dashboards. There's a pretty big dashboards pack that you can pick up off the App Exchange that'll give you a lot of the basic needs that a company, give you a lot of the basic dashboards that a company could need. So, but we're not going to get into those. We're going to build a dashboard today. So to start building a dashboard, you click on New Dashboard, which is up here on the top right of the screen. And when you get to here, when you click New Dashboard, it'll open up the New Dashboard menu where you have to give your dashboard a name. So we'll just name it Sales Dashboard today. And then for dashboard sharing happens in folders. So much like reports, you have to select a folder to put it in. Currently, it's defaulting to the private folder. So if I were to save it right there, no one else would be able to see this dashboard. But for this example, we're going to put it in the sales dashboard folder so that the sales team, or whoever has a sale or access to the sales dashboard folder, can see this dashboard. So we'll click create. And then it brings us to this dash. This is what the dashboard editor looks like. And these tiles are, normally you would see dashboard components here, but it's created by default to be blank because we haven't put anything in there. So we're going to go ahead and add our first component. And up here is, every time you want to add a component, you'll have to come up here to the plus component or add component button, which opens up the component menu, or well, it'll open up a report menu, and then we'll get into the component menu. So we'll click add component. And we're going to select the report opportunities by rep. This report is reporting on all opportunities from all time, but it has them chunked into, it has it chunked by rep. So if you were to drill into this report, you would see all of our opportunities of all time, but broken up by rep. So we'll select this and, excuse me. So we're going to be creating just an opportunities, like a vertical bar chart here, but so we can show, well, it's already doing it for me. There we go. Now we can see we have 2 reps here, and we'll be, oh, sorry, I keep losing myself. We just want to show how many opportunities per rep there are. So we'll have to change the y-axis here to record count, which then takes it from the sum of the amount of each opportunity to how many opportunities each rep has. So we have George has 7 opportunities. I have 27 opportunities. So within the component menu, each component menu, well, they kind of change based on what the component you're selecting is. You'll see down here, all of our options change per component, but you'll be able to modify most of the same things. So you'll be able to modify what measures you have in the component. And then you'll also be able to change how it's displayed And also change, the colors of the component, the title of the component. You pretty much modify the component however you need to get it to look however you want. So we're just going to give this one a new title. Name it. We're going to name this
highly customizable, I think is what we're going for here, right?
Yeah, highly customizable. There we go. Thank you. My brain's a little scattered today. I'm trying to bring it back together. So we'll name this one Sales Pipeline, and we'll give it a subtitle of Number of Open Opportunities by Rep. And you kind of always want to give it a good subtitle. That way, when someone, maybe this dashboard would make sense to you just by looking at it. But if someone else were to click on it, they might see sales pipeline and be like, what does this component do? So if we give it a subtitle, then people are like, oh, it's the number of open opportunities by rep. So once you click add, it then puts it onto the dashboard. Now you can see those tiles in action. So we can drag it around. It snaps to the tiles. So we'll just put that one there for now because we don't know how we want to lay this dashboard out yet. So let's go ahead and add another component. We'll use that same exact report. So we're just pulling a different metric from the same opportunities report. In this metric, or this component is going to show all of the opportunity, how much money we stand to make off of all of our opportunities right now. So we'll come down here to the metric component, and it kind of does it all for us. So it's pulling some of the amount for us, and it's putting in a short number so that we don't have if it wanted to show a full number, it would be 6,1,0, showing 6.1 million as a full number, which would be a lot to consume. So we'll give this one a title, total of open.
That's a decent opportunity pipeline there, by the way. Unfortunately, it's a demo org, huh?
Right. Yeah. If only every company had $6.1 million in the opportunity pipeline. So yeah, we can, again, it drops it out here. We'll go ahead and organize that later. So the next two components, we'll be using a completely separate report. We'll be using the sales rep win rate report, which we made the same place in Report Builder. So, and right now, sorry, I'm trying to, again, scatterbrained. So we're going to be adding this as a lightning table. And what that does, what a lightning table is it's pretty much just a report, but gives you the top however many opportunity records. In this case, it'd be opportunity records, because it's going to give us the top 10 opportunity records based on the amount. So it just spits it out as a report as you normally see, but we can add it to a dashboard in a concise way by filtering out opportunities that we don't want to see. And in this case, it'll just be the top 10. So we're also going to kind of clean this up a little bit. We don't want to see account names. We want the opportunity name, the amount, and yeah, that's it. All we want to know is the opportunity name and the amount that we're going to make off that. So,
and this is nice. Say you're a sales manager and you don't want to have to jump into the reports to see what's happened most recently. Your dashboard with the top 10 most recent activities on it can be really valuable for you to get a quick overview of what's going on without having to really dive into these deep analytics all the time.
Yeah, true. That's the beauty about the dashboard, right? Keeps everything very, very much on the top. You don't have to dive too deep. So because we're using the sales rep win rate report, this is just for one opportunities. That's all that this report is pulling us. It's not pulling us all open opportunities like the other report was pulling us. So we want to name this opportunities 1. And if I could spell. So that whoever's looking at this knows that they're looking at just one opportunities. So we'll add that. Again, drops it down there. And we'll add our last component off the same report. And this one's going to show just a real quick, what our average win rate is, which currently, because again, it's a demo org, looks very healthy right now. So to do this,
that is a very healthy win rate.
Right? To best do this, we can use the gauge component, which is, you'll see here in a second when I swap this from sum of amount to win rate. So what it would normally do is, from 0 to 33 is red, from 33 to 67 is yellow, and then from 67 to 100% is in the green. So that kind of corresponds with the, red being bad, yellow being medium, green being the best. In this case, we have 100% sales win, but say we had a 66%, it would indicate up here, and you could quickly, with a, just a brief look, see, oh, we're doing okay with our sales win rate. But because this is a demo org, we're doing excellent. And we'll title this one just company win rate, because this is going to be pulling in all of our sales reps win rates from the entire company. So, and that drops that in down there. So let's go ahead and format this. Since there's only 4 components, I'm just going to drag them across the top, so that way you don't have to scroll to see anything. So we got to format it all so it all fit together. And you can do that just by dragging and dropping things. And it automatically resizes based on how many tiles you're consuming. As you can see with the 6.1 there, if we bring it back up, it gets really small. Bring it back down, gets large. There we go. And we'll have to collapse that in. Now we want that one open. And we'll bring this one in. There we go. So this is still not finished. When you finish this dashboard, you can go ahead, you could exit out right here, and then you'd come back and the dashboard would be gone. Because much like reports, we still have to save this dashboard. So we click save, and then we click done. So now this is when you click into a dashboard, which we can go ahead and do. We'll just exit out of here and refresh the page. As if we navigated right to dashboards. You can see our sales dashboard is right here. So open it up. It brings all those metrics all those components that we had just added to it. It brings us automatically in, and they'll change automatically based on what's happening with the org. One thing to note on a dashboard, if you were to come in and the dashboard hasn't been refreshed in a while, the data on it might not be up to date. So it's best practice to just come in here, click refresh real quick. It's going to tell us it can't be refreshed more than a minute because we just made it less than a minute ago. But that's a good practice just to make sure that the data you're looking at in the dashboard is up to date. So
that old refresh button, huh?
Yeah, good old refresh button.
So, and what's cool here is if you have dashboards, say you have specific data that's important to you that you want to know about all the time, you can create those private dashboards, hold them in your private folder, and you can curate your own data displays so that you don't have to ask your admin to build it for you. But at the same time, perhaps you want to create a dashboard to share with your team, or maybe your boss, or whatever. You can go ahead and do that as well. Again, you don't have to ask for permission to be able to create dashboards and reports. They may have to adjust depending on your org's permission sets on whether you be able to create a public dashboard or not. But all in all, you can self-service with these really powerful tools without having to go out and learn Apex or take a complicated course or hire some IT folks. Most people who've worked inside of Excel before could probably get their way through this, I think.
Yeah, it's super simple. I think, again, that goes back, kind of what we were talking about at the beginning, like the power of Salesforce is that it's just so user-friendly. And This is just, reports and dashboards both are a great example of how something so simple can be so powerful.
Indeed. Well, that brings us to the end of our demonstration. I love these because within 10 minutes here, we were able to show you a very simple yet powerful tool that's built right into every Salesforce org. You can turn around and use this information today to better understand the data that's inside of your organization, and hopefully to do your job just a little bit more efficiently or a little bit better. As always, please be sure to go ahead and check us out on YouTube and LinkedIn, like our page. You can find a demo video of this information on YouTube as well, so that you can take it back and share it with your team members or anybody else that you might find that might be interested. If we can help you in any way, please visit us at dynaspecgroup.com. We'd love to help folks revitalize their org, learn Salesforce a little bit better, or take care of some backlog tasks for you. We do have our $75 as needed admin services. And basically that's a no obligation, pay as you go Salesforce certified admin to come in and help you take off some of that light work that you just need to get rid of and get out of the way so that you can get back to doing what you do. So, all right. Well, thanks, James, for your time. I really appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. Have a great one. Bye-bye.